The sorcerers of Gwyn Ardassi made many mistakes before the end. Coming here, they agreed, was a mistake. Leaving the clicking womb shelter of the arcologies and embarking on the arduous crossing of the beast-haunted wastelands. Oh, a mistake. Sailing unstable, overburdened undines across the inland sea. A mistake. Taking the gold of the Fae? A mistake. But the work, that was not a mistake. How could such beauty, such power, such divinity be a mistake? Taking a scalpel honed to perfect sharpness and plunging it into the living heart of God. That is an act of worship. If you spill God's blood into the earth, is that not a blessing to the world?
We are back with Dagger in the Heart, the published adventure from the game Heart, the City Beneath. We are starting Chapter 2. No dramatic title for Chapter 2, but it is called the Eastern Express, which you're on the lookout for, so that's handy, isn't it? Some of you may even have a beat about that. Convenient. What you saying, Mikey?
Prevented from the train shunt yard to the
yes.
express, right?
Yes.
Basically on the path to.
You're on the path.
Leading to Eastern Express.
You're on the road to Damascus, and you encountered some weird religious stuff in your delve from the shunt yard, including a group of worshipping toads who thought Ambrosia was their god.
Right, so.
And other things that I can't remember. Oh yes, Kael is now a mutant because of some interesting echo fallout.
I should clear my echo stress.
Okay. What was it, your crescent antlers?
You now have a fetching moon-shaped antlers after your vision.
At the end of the session, I did think about applying this through my abilities. So let me just get the abilities up and I'll come back to that.
I missed that during. I went away for like 20 minutes. Was that when that happened?
No.
Getting repeated.
Hope that happened later.
Yeah.
You know when you broke your... Do you remember your delving machine broke? And then I fixed that. And then it happened shortly after that while we were
Was that because he ate the mad fruits?
No. Kael was struck by a sort of a fleeting vision of light and hope and the moon and salvation, and from that he chased down the path to sort of reclaim it, just hurrying along the path, trying to find our way, but feeling he had this moment of inspiration, and it was clearly false hope, failing the roll, taking Echo to 10, getting a major fallout, which resulted in a manifestation of the moon on his body.
I remember you getting
presenting basically as like a sort of crescent moon, sort of silvery sort of adornment to his head, and because I felt it would be thematic following that, I took the ability Sacred Tattoo. You carry your holy text inked into your skin, a litany of pain endured in the name of her chthonic majesty. Sometimes they write themselves.
Very, very appropriate.
Yeah. Yeah, well, you, after getting through that delve, we last left off, you were in some sort of, this sort of railway tunnel that was full of kind of nature anyway. You remember, like, it had, like, growth in it, frogs, toads, and it started to turn into some sort of forest. And that is where we left off. I think that somehow still confused Mikey, and I can't remember why. I think you were confused, like an actual forest, or like the tunnel had some trees in it, or
that was kind of it. Like the idea that you go into like a new room, or was it just the tunnel was changing? I think it was the tunnel was sprouting. Yes. Oh, good.
So we are still fully enclosed. There is a ceiling.
Yeah.
well, that's not always guaranteed in the heart. Sometimes you look up and it looks like the sky, but I think as you move into this forest, it does feel like almost like you are in one. Maybe your characters haven't actually been in a real forest, but
You're in one.
you're in one. That was last campaign. Maybe it's like the forest. What was it called in Hogwarts? The old Forbidden Forest. Yeah, like that. Clearly a soundstage, but still spooky.
I thought you were going to say the forest walkie forest that Lionel Johnson goes to.
Mm-hmm.
But
Nice.
No stupid little Jawas though, who can stop more wounds from doing their job though.
They're
I
definitely
never
not
realised
Jawas.
how much they are Jawas. They just are Jawas.
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry. I've taken off track. Okay, so
We are the mighty Dark Angels, and here are little friends.
We don't know what they are, and we don't really care. They seem to be helpful.
So, is this forest quite dark then? So we're not quite like aware of like there's overhead cover of tree shit.
Yeah, I think it must be dark. So maybe it's the dark sky. Maybe it's the sort of ceiling of a cavern. You don't know. But as you move soon into the trees, you can start to see like a shape, and it looks like a building ahead of you. And this outline of this overgrown, almost looks like a church that has been reclaimed by nature.
It's still very it's like still religion, the domain. It still feels like a very similar place. It doesn't feel like I passed into a new world as well. Is that?
I mean, it feels like the delve that you're in has been leading up to this area. This feels like it's been influencing the area around it.
Cool beans.
It's still very much.
Like it's the shunt yard.
Hmm?
Or have we just come from the shunt yard?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry, my bad. But to rephrase based on new information, does not feel like the sort of place where we might find a train.
In fairness, we didn't think we'd find a train in the middle of a bar.
In the pub. No.
And we did find a train in the middle of that, so
I take it all back. You know, I'm basing on false premises.
if you go to the loo, expect a train. Like, just always expect a train around here.
Yeah, and when you guys were in the shunt yard, you were like, "Oh, so we've reached the place where the train will be. Surely there's loads of trains here." And I was thinking,
There's a lot of,
No.
I'm looking at train names and line.
Found benign train creatures.
very benign.
A lot of cheap maps.
A apparently, possibly assessed as benign.
Can you kill us? No, totally.
Benign end of chapter boss.
That is also my definition.
Big Daddy, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to make the assumption that Kael is going to be the most drawn to this apparent church. Moony godbotherer. They are.
Yeah. I mean, especially Mooney now. And I'm trying to wonder how Kael feels about his mutation. I imagine it's a bit like our friends the worshippers of chaos, where he might be a bit like, "Ooh, I'm not sure I'm it, but it is definitely a blessing."
Yeah. Yeah, never look
Chosen.
never
Chosen
look
by
a gift
thunder.
horse in the
This
mouth.
blade and mark, always, will surely grant me great strength.
It's probably a good sign that you're on your way back from being a heretic though, right? Sorry, a penitent.
Yeah.
It's kind of it's proof that
Yeah,
you've
absolutely. He must surely take it as so.
Yeah.
He doesn't know that he can't heal blood stress
Mm.
yet. He'll presumably find out.
Yeah.
I think we've been quite good on blood stress. We've avoided a lot of fights for a while.
Yes.
Mm.
Yes.
Yeah.
This place seems far too inviting to be anything but deadly.
This does not seem inviting to me.
Well, I would counter your point, brothers, and say the only thing truly deadly here is a lack of faith.
We'll see. We shall
I am
see.
going to snap those antlers off your head.
My bees enjoy being back in nature again. You can call this nature for real. The bees are certainly enjoying being in the trees. The flowers, nectar, we get a bit of nectar going on here. Really? They're loving it. They're loving it.
They're loving it.
Loving it.
I'm sure your faith stands you in good stead as always, Kael, but I'll bring up the rear on this one. Just sort of falls in behind the priest, hands firmly on the handles of his incredibly unreliable pistols that have so far only blown up and done nothing.
Well, not all of us were put here to light the way.
And he'll boom, light his brazier.
Nice.
More, which is always lit. Light it more.
Light it more. Start a forest fire.
Pour some kerosene on it. Really get it going.
Yeah. Let's really get this fire going. I know about Kael and Soshar, but Ambrosia and Goshan. Do you have any ties to any gods at all?
No. Put it bluntly.
Tied to one of the deep ones, whatever they're called. Sorry, not the gods, but the old powers, the ones that you get magic from.
Okay.
And so mechanically, the one that the major that I've chosen is the Stone Chorus, but you don't. It's not like that is the god to which you're tied as a junk mage. I don't think. I think you can pick. You can pick more than one major. You just can't pick more than one. And no one can pick more than one zenith. I know that, but the point is that the junk mage's zeniths are associated with specific. I'm going to call them old ones because I've forgotten what the title is.
Mm-hmm.
But because I don't have one of those yet, I'm not kind of tied to one.
Got you.
The story that I made for my character associated with me with a god that I made up, which is whose name I have now forgotten. The lady of mirrors, Askur, is the dark god, which I am bound.
Okay, interesting. Proceed. You, if you sort of walking towards this church, you do find that there is a door where you'd expect, and a continuation through the forest. Like most of these places, have a entrance and an exit.
Okay, will, as is his role, lighting the way, open the door.
Oh. Okay, let me see if I can. So, once So do you? I'm going to sound like a dungeon master, but it's perfectly innocent. Do you step into the church?
It does sound innocent.
That doesn't sound innocent to me.
Float over the entrance to the door.
Despite my assessment of the lack
Hold
of
action.
Kael will cross the threshold, step through the door, as he was planning on.
Yes. Yes, you read on the door. It says Azrael Koth. All power to him.
Oh no.
Shit.
Oh no.
Not again.
So as you walk in and you start looking around you start to realise that this church is completely made of natural material. Like the walls are actually grey wood, and as you go inside, these sort of statues you see are all made of this formed wood. Fungal growths have devoured the pews, and the altar at the front looks like an ant hill. The stained glass windows appear intact at first until you notice they're made from thousands of butterflies.
That's butterflies, bees. Here we go. Real war starts.
Choirs of
Enormous stuff.
choirs of songbirds and bullfrogs intone sonorous chants. It's those same toads again.
I was gonna say, are they eyeing up Ambrosia still, or are they? I'm gonna find my people.
Nah, these ones know where they're
You know what?
where they're with
I was
this.
right.
Yeah, not these guys. The weird ones in the tunnel. They're
We're out
They got their heads
No one likes the fucking weirdos and the deranged ones.
hiding in the train carriages.
Yeah, great.
It's me. Is there any sign of life other than the various animal life that you've just described?
There's no sign of any intelligent life. But as you
Even as you look around the party.
just a bunch of stupid delvers. Am I right, audience? I think Kael, as you look on, you see like these creatures, almost like fireflies. They kind of fly out from the sides of the walls in front of the altar and high up, and they form into a crescent moon shape. And Goshan, as you walk through, you see like puddles of clear water, but acting as if they are like mirrors formed perfectly along the floor, reflecting all of the light. You both feel very in touch with your gods.
I mean, Kael obviously defaults to his slightly culty ways, and I think it sort of starts slowly stepping towards this altar, mumbling something like, "The flame is not the only source of light. Nature can be the light, and the light shows us the way to the moon. To the moon, brothers."
You're a GameStop booster. Yeah, Goshan is also enchanted by this sudden feeling of kind of numinous connection, and will kind of rush over to one of these puddles and go down on one knee and pull out what looks like kind of maybe a cigarette case or a compact mirror, and opens it out, and it is basically a compact mirror. But on the other side of the kind of metal opening thing is like sort of different coloured paper, like strips of different coloured paper. Did you ever do chromatography at school, where you kind of dip the strips of paper into different reactive chemicals? Looks a bit like that. And then like holds that up to the reflected light on the water and kind of looks closely at the strips of paper which are sort of like rippling, and there's little black marks popping up on them. And he's sort of like mumbling to himself and whispering, it must be fantastic. Is there any? Let me try and think about like an actual good way to roleplay this rather than just being like, can I interact with this DM? I'd like to try and roll a discern to see if I can use this kind of technique that he's obviously used on like other kind of slightly occulty or magical things in the past, to see if there's any information to be gleaned about this church by trying to interact magically with the mirror. Like maybe I can see images in it if I look at it the right way, or so that would be discern. I do not have religion. I have occult and technology, so it's just discern. So, which I do have skill in. So this is 2d10.
Nice. Oh dear.
Oh no!
Solid start here.
Honey.
Get him out, Olly.
I don't get him.
Oh, it's literally the worst possible, nearly the worst possible roll.
Yeah, I didn't have to realize I was thinking about stress so early. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. See it.
You look in a puddle. You drown.
Yeah, the water goes up into your lungs.
And you fall into an endless corridor. Whoops.
I mean, that would be perfectly in tune with this game so far. So, just to be insta-death by eternal loss in an endless corridor.
Yeah, I mean some of the critical fallouts do sound like that. Like probably like chump death.
How do you suffer a critical fallout?
You have to get 2 mages in the same class.
Right.
And then I think then it's up to the DM discretion to combine them into a critical. Doesn't some of them you don't die, you just retire from the game. So, but when Josh was worrying about getting killed from fortune critical damage, I was like, what are my options?
I know it's going to come for me at some point.
Right, let's give Goshan some stress. Whoa, it's the big 6.
Just some.
Hooray!
I'll give you some echo stress because. And I'll roll for your fallout. Well, it's a 5, so that is a minor echo fallout. Let's have a look on the table. I think Exodus sounds good. You retch up a handful of writhing creatures. Pallid fat moths, translucent grubs, spiders with the wrong number of legs, throbbing parasites, and so on. Anyone who sees this and isn't ready for it, mark D4 stress to mind.
I think, as someone covered in bees, Ambrosia's always ready for bizarre creatures and bugs to come sweeping away.
I mean, for all that's a classic Mikey response, I don't actually disagree. He's basically made of mini beasts.
Yeah, as
If
someone
anyone's ready to see that happen, it's him.
who actually literally has insects inside of them at all times.
Exactly. Good choice in this character. This is it. This is the pinnacle.
All working out.
I don't think I've got a bullshit way around it.
Well, I might, but I'm happy to say I don't. And that's just that Kael is absorbed with the Firefly Crescent Moon altar. I'm not sure the sound of someone retching would draw his interest particularly. However, maybe I'll leave it to you.
I think it's suitably distracting.
Yeah, probably. Probably the retching is like, and then the sort of fall off.
Yeah.
Mind then.
But it's suitable considering this place is made of bugs and.
I think I would like the bugs that I cough up to be like the butterflies that make the walls, but like black and like dark grungy greens and purples and like just nasty versions, like the dark version of those black butterflies. And it's particularly weird because I sick them up and they like fly out of my mouth. Maybe I cough up a couple of like chrysalises that immediately hatch into the black butterflies. All very unpleasant.
So that's 4 mind damage then for everyone who's not a Michael Pikel.
Yeah, I've got no logic out of it. And
Received.
I'll take it as mind this time. I'm not going to also whack it over to fortune this time. I haven't taken anything over than fortune for a while, so.
Also would have quite liked some mind stress, to be honest, but yeah. Fine.
Yeah, isn't your major beat to take
What
major
you say?
fallout?
And my abilities all having sort of mind damage. But it's fine. It's more fun for the bees to pay off.
It's more fun to never take damage, never be in danger. Right, no need to roll everybody else's mind fallout because we decreed that was how we're going to do it, right? Every time you take stress, we roll for fallout.
Yep.
All right, so Kael
Oh, good.
and Soshar. Wow,
Consistent.
rolling so I'm really rolling low for those rolls and high for the stress. Great.
It's spot on.
It's not
I'll
the
say I agree, but
Well, it was nice having that number 4 under mind for a moment.
I'm gonna say, Soshar, you take the edge off. You can't get your head right until you have a drink. Until you reach a landmark with access to intoxicants. Roll 2 dice when you mark stress to mind and pick the higher. Can be upgraded to addict.
so seeing me sick up some butterflies have made you an alcoholic, just like that.
Yeah.
That's how it works here.
Soshar believes that any good booze is the perfect medicine. So seeing you throw up, that's all that's on his mind right now. Is he doesn't want to get sick too, and a nice spicy liquid will keep that all away.
Yum.
An apple teeny a day keeps the doctor away.
Temporarily.
They could just keep the train going and make Kael be creepy, which makes everyone else mark D4 mind stress, and then we just keep going round and round until you just Darkest Dungeon it and
He's
all
already
perish.
creepy.
Yeah.
How much creepy do you want me to make it?
There's not any that's jumping out to me.
Jem, can I make a narrative declaration that I'm going to trap one of the black butterflies that I just sicked up in a small glass vial and then be able to use it as an occult resource later on?
Yeah, sure. Also, I keep forgetting to remind you, but some of these, like quite a lot of these like landmarks will have lootable resources. So if you do say that you're looking around for stuff to pick up, then just let me know and I'll let you know what you find.
Interesting.
I don't think Kael would be looking for stuff to loot particularly
Well,
from from the forest church.
Hmm.
But I do think he might be looking around to see if there was anything. I'm going to assume that he hasn't seen anything like this before. as a sort of nature-bound representation of his faith. So he might be looking for something that he could, should he ever make it back, take to show. Be like, I found this unusual manifestation on my penitence. He probably isn't going to carry a floating crescent of fireflies. But he may try.
Yeah. It'd be cool if they could just stay. Well, like, you release them and they turn into... I'm a girl. I'm going to say... Sorry, this is taking me ages, Kael, to pick yours, because none of them really fit. So I'm going to do Figment, which means obviously I can pick one, and you're convinced you're suffering from the fallout. And I'm going to choose Follower. Someone or something believes you are very important, chosen of the heart and worth following. A weird-looking but essentially harmless creature or person follows you at a distance.
Yeah. Excellent. I'm all for it.
So you think that something is following you, basically.
I can work with that.
Right, okay, so... I think that's all of the stress and fallouts dealt with. Pretty sure.
Pretty sorry, guys. Really didn't think looking at a puddle would cause that.
Yeah, so why did you try and do anything again?
Yeah. I apologise to everyone for acting.
How dare you? I think also Goshan, you know, not to make it not worse, but I think when you recover and you've got your butterfly in its jar and you're sealing it up as you're sort of looking at it. Did you say it was like one of the butterflies? Like a grungy butterfly? I think when you're looking at it and you're looking at the pattern on the wings, and you sort of see it and it just gets really old. It's just like almost like withers in seconds and then just dies.
Man!
And you look... you sort of look around you and the room is getting cold and the wood is sprouting like mold, and all of the greenery is rotting and dying. And as you look around the room, you see your other party members and they seem much older now. Soshar looks like a skeleton in armor, essentially. Ambrosia looks twisted and inhuman, made up of buzzing, like buzzing movement. And then that decay like retreats, and you're looking back at this butterfly in this jar, like perfectly healthy. And as you come to, you know, you feel this pull towards you out into the forest. And you have clarity and you're like, I know where we need to go.
Friends, you will not believe this, but I think it might be time for me to lead.
And what is it that gives you such surety that you would lead in this place?
Well, in a way, it is not me that leads, but my Lady of Mirrors. Who knows? Perhaps she is some reflection of your own goddess. I do not understand such things. We cannot measure them with instruments. But all I know is where we must go. So unless anybody wishes to search the anthill. Hint, hint. We've just been told there might be some loot here. But Goshan is now not in a state of mind to be staying around and searching for loot. Others may be.
Soshar is sick of bugs.
and
That's
Ricky
good,
Michael?
Literally.
I still can't. The problem is I still can't quite control. I can't control the bees yet. I can see through their eyes. I can have them carry my body around, but I can't necessarily send them places yet. Well, I would definitely send some bees down that fucking anthill because that'd be awesome. I can't necessarily.
What do you mean you can't send the bees? You've been
Send the bees.
using them that way this whole time.
Doing them for like that for everything.
No. I can, as I've done, if you pay attention, I can go unconscious and they can possess my body and panic my body around as the bees.
Yeah.
do. I can also see through their eyes as they're moving in their own kind of sphere. If they're around, I can see their eyes. I can't tell them, go fucking over there and go and do this. I can fling them to kill people. But I can't.
Can you turn them into circular saws?
Kind of, yeah.
But you can't send them away from your body to do a task.
I mean, I
Didn't
can't,
we
like-
send them to spy on someone at some point?
No, they were
If I
they were in an area, and I could see through their eyes, and they were kind of filling an area and kind of buzzing around as bees do.
Backtracking.
It says very clear in many eyes, you can't control the bees directly, but you have enough at your disposal to cover the area around you.
It says very clearly.
Are any of them in the anthill already? Just like out of interest?
Yeah, all right, why not? On Beelzebub, down you go.
Nice.
It goes down into the anthill and then gets like ripped apart by warrior ants. You lose connection.
Won't be doing that again.
Okay, so are we going?
10 dozen minus 1.
We must go to the
Keeping
forest.
track.
I've sensed that that's where we must go. That's where the train is.
All means
We'll find nothing more.
way.
So no one's looking for like stuff to pick up.
I mean, being a religious site, is there any booze? Because now we've decided to be alcoholic.
No, there's not. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. If you tell me that you're actively like, we searched the room.
Yeah.
Well, Kael is actively looking for stuff of interest to him and his order, and what I'm just going to call religious souvenirs. If that level of searching would reveal something of interest to the party, then he might find it. But that's the kind of searching he's doing. He's not like, I wonder what's under these floorboards.
Yeah.
Or whatever. So I'll leave that with you.
Well, I think you find sort of religious texts, and one of them are like, "Oh, that's supposed to be the lost text of blah blah blah," and you go to grab it, and you start flicking through the pages, and you realise that it's not words, but clever ants lined up on papery leaves.
That is something I would take home.
Yeah.
If it works.
Yeah, I mean it's worth D8 occult, so
They seem cleverer than the bees.
Right.
I think the bees did spell out
They
words.
make words.
They're just doing what they want. They're not these followers like the ants.
The long-rumored liturgy of the everlasting light of everlasting growth. I believed it was just myth. I see it now before my eyes. The words are moving. It's hard to read. Ow.
As I don't know if you guys are like on opposite sides of the room, but when you have that moment of revelation, Kael, Goshan, you feel that connection, that clarity that you had that's pulling you in that direction. It's almost like you have like a wave of, like a boost from that feeling almost. Like Kael's religious fervor
Yes.
strengthens this connection that you've made?
There you go. There's my role play for the evening.
Yeah.
No, I think Goshan would be like, I do not know how this place operates, but there is something of the deep magic here that is connected to both my god and yours. And it is telling me that our goal lies in the forest.
Oh, that's just the heart and not your gods.
Explain to me the difference, then. This place, everything joins together here.
It is still the heart and not any god above. It is just showing you what you are looking for.
And there we agree. Especially using the word above is very amusing, given the lack of meaning of that term here. But I must say, whether going to the forest is moving up or down, left or right, that is what we must do. There is nothing more for us here. Unless Ambrosia wishes to sacrifice any more of her bees.
I do not. Thank you very much.
Smiles.
Thank you very much. All right. You head out of the church, and Goshan, it looks like to you like the doors are molding away, almost like it's showing you the way.
Oh, what? So I walk in the direction and the door just kind of like molds away, making a gap, or
I think as you're walking towards it, like you notice that they are like not completely like decayed to that they're not doors anymore, but I imagine you left them open, and then you can notice on them, you can start to see that they're slightly rotting now compared to what it was like before.
after the vision I just saw, assuming I'm still compos mentis generally, I feel like after the vision I just saw, I would doubt how real that impression is, even by the standards of the heart. Like,
Yeah.
but okay, cool.
Yeah. All right. Well, you make your way, following Goshan through the forest, and you can sort of keep following the way, and it's almost like every time you feel like you don't know where to go, you see more like rotting wood, trees and plants and things, or maybe like a dead animal on the ground, and you go, that is the way. Oh, what's Mikey doing?
Just an awkward email came through, but it's all right, nothing to...
You had like your finger right like this at the camera, like you were threatening us all.
No, it's not you guys, don't worry, it's just an email came through from something with the school, it's odd, but don't worry, nothing completely unrelated. Not a problem.
Go ahead, man. Check your emails.
No, it's fine.
We got time.
It's fine. I'll deal
We
with
got
it.
time.
While we're tramping along, Goshan, I think, would like to kind of sidle up to Kael, as the person that he assumes is the most religiously educated in the party, and sort of say, well, this is only academic, you understand, but in all your reading of religious texts in and out of your own order, have you ever encountered a deity that is associated with decay or death?
It is an interesting question to bring to me. My order, our values are sagacity, endurance, grace, fury, tenacity. Decay is not something to be aspired to, chased.
Oh,
Why is it that you ask, my brother? Have you seen a vision?
this place, it... I am no stranger to tricks of the mind, you understand, but... It is quite a kaleidoscope of images. That place that we just visited was not what I expected. And the trail I'm following, I know it is the right one, but we should be wary. That is all I am saying. I wanted to warn you.
And in this warning, I think you bring us all vigilance, something to be cherished among us, but you must be aware that these visions of death and decay do not lead us all into darkness.
One must hope not. For from what I little I know of this Eastern Express, it is not dark.
Vigilance,
That's what we seek.
So, Kael, you and Soshar know of such a religious belief.
We do. Yep.
You're about to.
And I like to think, having not interrupted that scene, that maybe this is something I chose not to say.
Yeah, well, I was wondering actually, like,
I actually it's got in my brain, but I think it probably would.
I thought you were doing the Inquisition style and being like, no, don't worry, never heard of it.
We're going to make it canon that is what's happening.
Yeah. But you know of the cult of the Hungry Deep.
Okay, right. I hadn't made that connection.
So maybe sort of Goshan having visions of such sorts would make you a bit nervous.
Yeah, and like Kael's had a couple of warning kind of shots already of the cult of the Hungry Deep. So I think, and I think perhaps he would wreck on Milo's knowledge. He would be taking this on himself at the moment. Like, this is likely something that could become something of his sort of personal mission on his penitence to find and uproot the Hungry Deep. And this would be, like you say, going in the notebook of, thank you for telling me. There is surely nothing to worry about for now. Be vigilant, though. Fucking give up.
A Goshan header in your journal appears.
Should be back in 1 minute.
And Soshai, did you overhear this as well? You your ears pricking up, the dog ears.
Even though I get the spirit of giving the exposition, I think the moment of hearing the ears prick up at the talk of religious things, Soshar would definitely be moving swiftly away towards the bees. Not necessary to interact with the bees, but just preferring
The white
buzzing
noise.
of the bees. Yeah.
Welcome.
It's a much more pleasurable sound than religion talk.
Yeah, until they
Well,
start
yeah,
screaming again.
No.
So that you're just grabbing the bees and shoving them round his ears. He doesn't care about the stinging. He's like, no, you will be my white noise generators.
You can make earmuffs of bees.
Yeah.
That's a thing you can do. Yeah.
Here.
Toasty bees. All right. Well, you make it out of the forest. And you come to almost like a sheer cliff facing into this enormous cavernous space. Like, it looks like miles across. You can't even see the other side. But what you can see is a single bridge. A single connecting piece of rock from one side of this cavern to the other. And then on the middle of this bridge, looks like
He's Gandalf?
that'd be so sick. Yeah, here's this other way cooler party, you guys.
Here's who you could have been.
You just get one shotted by Legolas from 2 miles away. Yeah, you see like yeah, and then you see a hamlet in the middle of this bridge. And in my head, it's like the one in Florence, you know, where it's like the merchant bridge, where they're kind of built along the sides.
Right, I'm trying to imagine what the bridge is over. It's like absolute.
Oh, it's an abyss. Yeah,
abyss.
blackness.
I think we were all thinking Abyss, right?
Similar to the coin pit, kind of seeming to go somewhere, or just literally like, no, that is just.
So this seems more natural. The coin pit was like almost like it was being sucked in. This seemed just like a natural, enormous cavern. And then you can see beside this bridge, you can see a kind of a skeletal structure of what appears to be some sort of airship or zeppelin or something being constructed.
This game is so sick.
Beside, there's an airship, is a zeppelin being constructed by the bridge, on the other side of the bridge?
It's sort of like moored
Yeah.
in a kind of scaffolding
Yeah. So it look.
on the side of this hamlet in the middle of the bridge.
Yeah. So it looks like the people dwelling on this bridge are building an airship.
Well, this bridge is absolutely huge.
Yeah.
Say your reference point for a bridge game.
Oh, the one in Florence. Florence Bridge.
Also, London
It does have a
I was gonna
cool
say
edge.
London Bridge used to have.
That's
houses
true.
all along the sides of it.
Yeah, yeah.
I see what you're about. Oh, okay, yeah. I've been under that bridge. No,
and then it burned down. So be wary.
Yeah.
very.
But this is sort of think Casa Doom, but maybe like a mile across, and obviously wide enough to build houses on and stuff. And less dwarven chanting. And sorry, last thing I'll say is, Goshan, that pull that you've been feeling leads you directly to this bridge.
What did I tell you? That's our goal, guaranteed. Do I see a train? No. But what have we learned about this place? Everything is not as it seems. Come, friend, let's go.
Does the airship say Eastern Express on the side of it? Out of interest.
No, it's fortunately it's benign. It's a benign airship.
Just checking.
Yeah.
What's the word?
Also, Alex, if you watch The Mighty Nine, you sound very much like Jester, who Laura Bailey's character.
I legit haven't seen any of my.
I look forward to now
I'm
having.
aware of.
Yeah, it's quite good. It's quite good.
Goshan, brother, you led us here. You say all is not as it seems. It seems to be bridge. What
Well,
say you?
that's that theory.
Well,
Very much, yeah. I mean, at this point, Goshan is feeling the pull towards this thing more strongly than ever, so he's just going to march up towards the bridge.
All right. You begin to cross the bridge, and you see there's people around, and there's houses and a tavern and traders.
You know where I'm heading?
He's not for God. And
I'm stressed in many ways. Soshar is heading for the pub.
Nice.
I mean, Goshan is, well, probably so drawn to trying to find whatever is the specific source of this spiritual pull that he won't do anything else that he needs to do. But second on the list is looking for somewhere to relieve his echo stress. Which I can't remember narratively what that looks like, because I've forgotten
it's harder, isn't it? Because Blood and Mind are like pretty standard.
Yeah, so there's a couple of haunts here. One for Mind, and then one does Blood and Supplies. And your little pocket dimension does...
My pocket dimension does do echo,
Okay,
but I have to cast the spell.
I see.
Anyway,
If this is a, I mean, relatively safe place, Kael is always looking for his opportunity to continue attempting to convert the rest of his party. So for anyone who is suffering from Blood or Mind fallouts, they may request his ministrations.
I mean,
Otherwise, he'll be doing them anyway, at wherever he can. But like, you know, they seek the embrace of faith.
Goshan is now like quite feverishly trying to convince the party to continue moving towards whatever, you know, the specific source of this pull that he's now feeling, to the exclusion of the other things that they wish to do, and the exclusion of what he knows he needs to do as well, which is probably cast the spell to go into the Stone Chorus land and meditate for a few hours and get rid of that echo fear that he's got. But instead of doing that, he is like I say, like just literally kind of grabs Kael by the arm and says, "You can convert sinners later. We have to find this place."
I feel your urgency, but what place do you speak of?
You're about to find out. Just come.
I did caution you of vigilance, my friend. You feel the pull of unknown powers to this bridge above the abyss?
I don't see any alternatives on offer. Look, I know this is the right thing. I know it. Just let us find it, and if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But I'm not. I'm not wrong.
I'm moved by the strength of your convictions. I suppose we must move, but as a party. Soshar drinks quickly.
I feel like the other characters should also get a chance to like dissent from that if they wish to. Like, I don't want to just do a bit of roleplay with Milo. And
Yeah, we
everyone
can.
just have to go to that
Yeah,
place.
yeah.
We can split the party a little bit if you want.
Remind me again, how comfortable are these people in this world with the fact that, yes, they all go through this crazy tunnel and there's a church and then suddenly it's just, a bridge with a pub and some people. Is that what we'd expect from the Heart? To me, that seems very kind of
They live there.
odd in a not odd way. You know what I mean? It's almost too normal. There's just so many people living life. Is it not?
So the people living there is unusual, you
Being
think?
there, I don't know. I feel like it feels it's not what I expected to have suddenly.
So-
get encampment.
So in tier 1 and 2, you're in tier 2 at the moment, but in those parts of the Heart, it is common to have landmarks where people live and work and all this sort of stuff, and this seems like probably quite a good place to set up a landmark, because it's obviously going to get traffic. It's the only way to get through this giant cavern. So
They're probably more actually relieved to see a bit of something that resembles normality within that. Cool. Okay. Cool. Good.
yeah, the giant abyss notwithstanding.
Well, that's standard fair.
Yeah. Also, I don't know if any of you are maybe a bit nervous of like Ptolemy Bay's company. Like, are they on your tail? Are they still back in Coin Pit? Are they going to try and take this place next? Is it worth warning somebody? You don't know.
Could be.
feels removed from that. But then I guess again, it's all a bit abstract, isn't it? Like we came through like a secret tunnel and a secret.
But yeah, I suppose in some ways it's like when we wouldn't think they were following us.
No, exactly.
But they might be heading this direction to any areas of value.
I guess also there's the connection to obviously the natural place that we first saw that was completely ruined. So maybe that rings a bell potentially. There's another kind of place of nature that could be.
It's dream logic, isn't it? Like it's not that we have not been following like a path that could be mapped out on a map in coordinates, and they wouldn't be either.
Yeah.
But if we, you know, if anything, because the heart gives you what you want and what you fear in a weird mixture of it. If one or more of us are thinking, "Oh shit, what if they're after us?" They probably will turn out to be.
I like that as an explanation in general for heart. Little dream logic.
Yeah.
Just,
I'm not sure I've had much of a chance to do much else. Sorry, I was speaking of Joe.
No, I've already talked enough. Sorry, honest. Go.
I was just saying. I mean, I probably haven't had a chance to sit down and be like, "Hey, Corpo asset stripper boys are on the way." He was trying to do some peaceful.
Black Rock's on the way.
By Johnny Mask, and now he's off to probably something bad with Goshan.
Probably something bad.
I don't think. I mean, Ambrosia isn't particularly moved by Goshan's plea, being someone who's very much connected by the pull of the hive. She's very used to things pulling you one way, and not particularly kind of interested in what he's up to. But I'm trying to think what else she'd be up for doing. So I don't think she'd follow them, but happy for that little adventure to carry on.
Well, it sounds like following the spooky, corrosive feeling or pub.
By join.
Oh, I don't know.
By join.
They might sell mead, you know.
Ambrosia nectar. I'd probably more find out what Soshar's doing in the pub, to be honest.
You find Soshar bladdered in the corner, singing shanties, dancing like a hobbit on the table.
Can we have a Gnoll shanty, please?
No.
Yeah, it does say you have to render yourself insensible with intoxicants. So yeah.
That is a really surprisingly impactful fallout.
Yeah.
You are suddenly like the worst, like a crippling alcoholic.
I mean, we've kind of been on the go for quite a few days now, really. Like, just plowing on down through. And yeah, he's getting kind of sick of all the bullshit. Soshar's had enough.
Can I get my B earmuff back, please, now?
Yes, when the crazy people go away, he doesn't need his beer muffs.
They are following
Beer puffs.
Goshan into some strange place, so yes, I'll have my bees back.
What are you two doing back there? Hurry up!
Getting our bees back. Carry on.
Picture changed.
Picture changed. Scene change.
Yes, I will definitely be focusing in this town of letting the religious people go do their religious bullshit, and Soshar will just go and make himself insensible.
Mm-hmm.
I will follow the DMQ actually again. It's not something that, only because it's natural order, I think Ambrosia will look for the most, what's the right word, discerning looking member of the pub to maybe warn them of the Tomley Bay threat and about what happened to another relatively close lake of nature that was destroyed.
Mm-hmm.
Not with much compassion, more compassion for the trees and the natural life to not be destroyed. So try and sound the alarm a bit there.
I think Soshar as well be trying to blag the free drinks with being a hound and using the Tomley Bay as kind of here to protect you kind of ahead of time, but he's definitely just trying to blag free drinks out of it. And he wants to be in a state that he cannot do much protection.
All right, Ambrosia.
No, I can handle another one.
You call
Insensible? What are you talking about?
No, you cannot 86 me.
you call that a pint? A Gnoll pint is at least 4 times the size. Ambrosia, you talk to sort of the only person who seems to be working there at the it's called the Only Inn,
Love it.
and it's priced as such.
Oh.
It's like the spoons in the airport, you know. And you say that to the waitress, and she tells you to find Thistra, who is like kind of like the figurehead of the town.
Where may they reside?
Are you a robot now? Is that canon?
No. I'll tell you the origin of the voice is that I was trying to do when reading Harry Potter. I was trying to do a Alan Rickman voice. It became a monotonous buzz, and I just kept doing it. So I'm kind of.
Also, he's a lot more like
a
Aggie
lot
in the
more
books.
tone- Yes, a lot more tone to it. So no, it's just a bit more buzzy than roboty. Is the aim,
Obviously,
obviously.
like that. Yeah.
Obviously, yeah, very nice.
There's a bit in the new Stranger Things series where one of the characters like, oh, they can connect to Vecna's mind, and me and Emily are like doing the Legends. You must close your mind.
Cool. Well, I have a name. Sorry, can you repeat that name? Sorry, I lost it.
I've written it in the journal.
Of course you have, because you're just that damn good. Oh, where's the journal?
Outstanding.
Yeah, she tells you sort of where her sort of main administration building is for you to go and head to.
Is there a post office as well? This bridge over a chasm?
Oh yes, yes. The post is
ATM?
delivered by
Please.
by floating pufferfish. They just explode and all the letters fall out. Cool, and we'll jump over to. It's really got a few minutes left, but we'll jump over to the other side of the party, following Goshan's pull, and you come to the steps of a shrine to the moon beneath. Oh. And as you approach, there is a single Drow woman there performing the ministrations and things. So what do you do? And then you literally your that pull just stops dead as you reach this place. Like the Jumanji drums just stops.
Does Goshan do anything? I think is my first question before Kael does
I
it.
think he probably just sort of stops dead. With you don't see his face; he's got a mask on, but like he under his mask, he's sort of grinning expectantly. Stops dead, and then just sort of like looks around and like sort of tries to look behind the priestess now, and like trying to see what's hidden here, because obviously this isn't what he was being pulled towards. That doesn't make any sense. And can't see anything, and he's just sort of dumbfounded. He's just sort of stuck, rooted to the spot, confused. So I think it's most likely that Kael would react before Goshan to this.
Well, I think he would kind of see this invitation. Goshan, this is the place to which you felt your pull. Do not hesitate. Perhaps you are a child of the moon yet.
This doesn't make sense. It wasn't. Why would your moon goddess show me? I mean, I don't want to This isn't right.
What may not feel right, perhaps, is just yet to be illuminated.
Yes, I know, that's what you... and Goshan, like, sort of shakes off, kind of brushes him off like a fly and kind of marches up the steps to this priestess. Is there a congregation? Is she in the middle of like an actual sort of religious service going on?
No, not at the moment. Just going around and don't know whatever they do, lighting the candles and
Trimming candles. And,
yeah, full-time job is it?
Looking in the corners, seeing if there's any shadows.
Oh, bit of shadow there. Chuck a match. Nice. That's better.
Yeah, I'll do it. Right away. Now that could have been this character, and now maybe I feel it should have been.
Goshan will go up to this priestess and say, "Dear lady, I am Goshan Demak. This is my associate, one of your order, Kael Emberlost. What is this place?"
She greets you. She gives the typical greeting of the Church of the Moon Beneath, which you all know, so I don't need to obviously describe it or do it at all. May your moon break and shatter. The moon beneath. She says, welcome to Tollembrood. This is, and this is my, well, this is not my shrine, this is the shrine of Thistra, who is the leader of this town. But I work closely with her to lead these folk into the faith. And she catches sight of you, Kael, maybe for the first time properly, sees your antlers, but also your penitent garb. And she's almost captivated by the sight of you. It almost stops mid-sentence. And she's saying, a penitent of the order, but clearly so blessed. Blessed by the goddess or someone else?
Would like to do a thing. I'd like to attempt to discern if I can, basically from the hints in what she's said and how she's dressed and that sort of stuff, if I can tell that she is putting on a front as a member of my order, or perhaps something else. Using a skill I've not used yet. Liar's burden. So I will roll this with discern plus religion. And if you tell me they are lying, there'll be other effects.
Oh, sorry. So if you successfully discern, you know if they're lying.
Yeah, and if they are lying, I won't spoil it, but stuff happens.
Okay. Which?
Not like death or anything.
Which bit do you think she's lying about? Because all she did to ask you a question.
So she has presented an image of being excited, sort of by my presence here, and I'm trying to kind of look into her soul and be like, do you see me as a penitent of my order or as a threat to yours?
Gotcha.
That's what he's trying to intuit.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
Especially because she sort of hinted slightly like, oh, was it a blessing from your god or something else? So cool to roll?
Yeah.
Couldn't make it up, could you? Couldn't make it up.
So, out of the 2-player rolls we've had today, out of the 4
Many ones.
dice, 3 have been
Many
once.
ones.
That's sad because that sounded like a cool ability. What would have happened if?
Well, if she was lying,
Yeah.
she would have taken some stress, and her mouth would have streamed with blood as though they had attempted to chew on broken glass.
Oh my god.
So cool.
Yeah, so fucking fuck dice. I don't even know if she is lying, but I've been waiting to use this ability. Oh, campaign so far.
It's fine. Fine. Apparently, dice tell the story, so not players and GMs. I'm writing a video on that because Reddit annoyed me.
Something I generally do believe in, but at certain moments, like exactly this one, I'm like,
Yeah, it's just not a universal rule of good RPG. Like there is no dice always tell the story or dice always don't tell the story, and you should fluff everything. It's somewhere in between.
Yeah.
but I assume then that, you know, we can deal with stress and stuff, but Kael does not necessarily anything untoward.
No.
And so answers the question earnestly, which is, it is a privilege to be recognized as a penitent of our order. On my penitence in the heart, I received this blessing from our Mother of the Moon. I do not know its meaning yet fully, but I believe it is a reward and a guide that we will find our way in the dark.
The dark beneath.
Yeah, and that's stress, do I? Yeah.
That's 5 fortune stress, please.
Well, as fortune should have it, that sacred tattoo thing I described earlier actually gives 2 fortune protection.
Oh, cool.
So, deflecting with the Sailor Moon of fortune protect.
She protect.
So I will still take 3, of course, taking me 2.
Well, that's good because that saved you. It saved you from a fallout.
No, it didn't, because I had fortune fallout.
Oh.
When you take a fallout, you just cleared that line, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So
Unless it's a major.
I did take Major Echo
Last time.
last time. Yeah.
Oh, that was because that was the antlers. Yeah, yeah. So you would have cleared it then. Yeah.
Right. So I would actually be on 3 here. So yes, in that case. In that case, it has saved me. Sorry, my unfamiliarity with that rule.
Yeah. So you don't know if this priestess is hinting or not, but she doesn't seem to be too bothered about you being a penitent, whether it's because it looks like you're on the way to redemption or otherwise. Any last sort of things you want to say to her before we can pick this up next time, but any lasting thoughts?
I don't know if anything that, like, you know, Saucy sort of end the session on, but he would, in earnest of this situation,
Give me a cliffhanger.
Stabs her in the face.
Soshar comes in, bottle of whiskey in hand.
You'll never believe what I just heard.
My honourable brother Goshan, he is too proud and unenlightened to admit that what might have brought him here is the power of your faith, our faith. We would be honoured if you would take us inside and show us your ways while we are here. Whatever they may be.
She says, yes, gladly, brothers. Please follow me. And I've thought of my cliffhanger Goshan, as you enter into the shrine, you swear you see some on the wooden doors of this shrine. You swear you see some rotting wood. Da-da-da-da.
Black mold crawling around the walls. Oh. I looked in a puddle and went mad. That's what happened today.
And it led us here.
Yes.
Yeah.
The dice do tell the story.
I will say, you know, whatever, like an hour and a half of role playing, really fun session for me at least, with 2 dice rolls.
Yeah.
And the whole thing.
Super fun role playing session.
Yeah. But let's give the credit to the dice.
Oh yeah.
Lame.
Tell the story.
Well, I would say the dice are the only thing that took something away from us today.
Took something away from. Yeah.
I don't know if she was lying, or there was a cliffhanger, but it would have made for a very interesting moment of what do we do now.
Yes, or maybe it just builds up that tension of the what
if we
ifs.
flip it round and maybe her faith was stronger than your faith, and that's actually why Elias Burden failed in that sense.
There you go. That's how you do it.
Boom.
Although Kael seems
Meanwhile,
like
in
the
the
most fervent believer.
Soshar and Ambrosia just like.
But he's
Where are those other
fervent,
guys?
but misguided, right? Like, as I think, and like he's like clinging fervently to his salvation, and actually like, is he really like truly of this belief, or is it the only thing he has? So like.
That's true. I mean, it depends. It's like if you want to go for like 40k religion, that's the whole thing, isn't it? Like nutty fanatics.
Yeah, it is. But also, in his case, his penitence is the only thing he has. Like sorry, it's a bit late to get into this. It's the section, super brief. Like, I think he would consider himself a believer, but he failed in his duties, and having been sent on his penitence. Whether or not he was a good believer before or not, because he failed, it's now his own route.
Yes.
So it's kind of questionable.
What religious people whose faith is perhaps most weak and/or confused are often those religious people who profess their faith most loudly and certainly.
Yeah. People who struggle the most. Yeah, that's true.
So
that's
I think,
true.
like, that could be a really interesting thing, I think, to address in Kyle's character later down the line.
Yeah.
Kind of reckoning that.
Yeah, you should. When it comes out, we watched it in the cinema, but you should definitely watch the new Knives Out, because that has a lot of characters and interfacing with religion in very different ways and for different purposes. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You can see Ryan Johnson certainly has a point of view, but it is open to others.
That Andrew Scott doing more questionable priest stuff in it. Like, is he doing Fleabag? Is he? Well, because I know it's got Andrew Scott.
Yeah,
So Fleabag.
No, he's not a
priest.
But... Yeah, he's not a priest. He's
Okay.
It's the guy, I've forgotten his name, the actor who plays in Challengers, the English actor.
I know who you mean. I can't remember his name either.
Josh O'Connor. And Josh Brolin are the priests in it. Andrew Scott plays like a liberal sci-fi writer who moves to rural America.
Nice.
Who's in Hubstack prison, according to him.
Of course.
Yeah, it's very good.
So yeah, Kyle, of course, watching that.
Yes. Well, cool. Yeah. Landmarks are awesome.
This one in particular really took shape in my mind in quite an exciting way.
We haven't
I like things on bridges in fantasy.
We haven't even engaged with the half-built Zeppelin yet.
That's true.
Is it half-built? Does it look functional at all? Maybe
Nah,
some
it's-
bees with the plug for a gap.
All we need is an engine powerful enough.
Maybe we steal it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, nice.
Or, like the last Zeppelin airship we were on, there'll be a big old werewolf on it.
That gets one-shotted by Josh.
Don't remind me.
A very drunk Soshar comes in, stares it to death.
You can't do that every time.
It's all of his ability points are going into it.
I am investing into all my picks when I get the beats is just into different ways Soshar can kill things. The fact that he can do it with his eyes is incredible, but he can also hurt in other ways.
Yeah, it's going to make your critical fallout even more interesting to pick from.
I want you to learn ways to kill people using your other senses as well, like smell people to death. How would that work?
I mean, the Hound does have ways to track condemned targets, so it can be smell. Why not?
OP, I will absolutely accept neither answer on this. But have I or have I not put the acquisition of knowledge above preserving the lives of my allies? I think it's a bit bullshit because all my fixation has done is meant that we've kind of pressed it forward a bit quicker than we should through a town that isn't inherently very dangerous. But just putting it out there.
You've abandoned Soshar, who was clearly going through a moment and was having a bit of a breakdown, and you've gone, fuck you, I'm going on, I'm not here to comfort you.
Yeah.
Their lives aren't risk, though, are they? Players' lives like they were, left.
You don't know how.
Preserving the lives.
Ambrosia's with you, my friend. She's there. She's there.
It's preserving the lives bit isn't quite there, is it? Like I don't think there was a clear and present danger to their lives that meant that pressing ahead without them was inherently putting there wasn't something that needed preserving necessarily. So I know I'm pushing it.
I guess, but all it would have taken is me throwing a credible threat into the forest that you ran into by accident in your haste. So I think I'm happy to say that you got that because it was on.
You made it clear though that you were at any cost driving us on.
I didn't want to explicitly say I am trying to do this beat, but I feel like I went as far as I could without explicitly saying that.
Yeah,
well,
but
delightfully, you probably have gotten us into danger, so
you don't know what's in that shrine, man. Yeah, I'm also happy for if you're aiming for a beat. If you let me know, then if you think, there's this seed of an idea to do it by doing this, then I can just complete the other half to make sure that it sounds like you don't preserve the life of allies. I mean, also you looked into that puddle and made everyone have a big freak out.
Yeah. I think it's interesting, isn't it, about the one of the fragilities with beats is that the level of deliberateness that is required. In that, if you're not deliberate about it, then you might not ever get them done. Especially if you're like me and you don't actually discuss it with the GM before the session in the way that it's supposed to actually happen, especially the longer ones. But if you are deliberate, it becomes gamey. But we've talked about this all a lot before. I'm just sort of thinking about it.
Yeah, it's that kind of. Well, you can do it in the writer's room way where we talk about it out of character, but also it's also you pick them at the end of the session, and then supposedly I have a week to blend them into the session. I think because this one got cut short, I found it pretty hard to squeeze in, and I would have prioritized Alex and Mikey just because the other two have had quite a few recently, but
not to mention that as I think we discussed when you were like, oh, I should have given you that thing, and I was like, no, but actually you've reminded me that I also need to be like, is this an opportunity for me to do that? I'm going to make it a bit explicit, semi-explicit. I'm doing that. So like it goes.
Yeah. Can this NPC hate me for something I've done? Yeah.
Was this NPC betrayed by me? But you can even
If the shoe fits.
Do I recognize this person as someone who might have been from the thing?
Yeah.
Nice.
Nice.
Think about how to think about beats for next time.
All right. Well, we'll see you guys next time.
Lovely. Bye, everyone.
Lovely stuff. Bye.
Happy babies.